Chapter 28 of The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane by Willy. Here you are. Come in, Edward, said Maggie by opening the door of the house on Egypt Street. The house was exactly the same as before Edward went off to a journey, except there wasn't Pellegrina. Oh, do you wonder where Pellegrina is? Now she is 83 years old, so nowadays she usually spends her day by sitting in a garden. Do you want to see her? Abilene asked. Edward didn't feel hatred toward her and just felt thankful for making him to realize the wonderful feeling. So he replied, Yes, I want to see her and talk to her. I also want to claim her that now I can feel love and know how precious it is. Therefore, with Abilene's soft hands, he went to see Pellegrina. Now she was an old woman who had wrinkles all over her face and hands. However, she still had her eyes that was sharp and deep. When she saw Edward, she just nodded and made Abilene to go. Hello, Edward. Long time no see. Now you are a rabbit who can feel love, right? And I also know you felt the pain of love too. When I saw you on Memphis Street, I was a little bit agonized and asked myself if I should take you, but then you still thought that you hated love since it gave you a pain, so I just nodded and went away to make you to realize the true love again. Now you know the true love, so I made Abilene and Maggie to go to the doll manager's shop and find you, said Pellegrina with a deep voice. Edward felt a feeling of mixture that contained sorrow which went out of his deep heart, and also sense of accomplishment. Right. Now, I know that love is a wonderful feeling that we can feel in the world. However, I can't stand missing my friends that I loved, thought Edward with his desperate blue eyes. Pellegrina gave a riddling smile and said, I know you had your friends that made you to feel love. They are Lawrence, Nellie, Boo, Lucy, Sarah, and Bryce, right? Edward felt a deep sorrow since it has been a long interval to hear their names and repeated the names one more time. I know how they are living, so I'm going to tell you. Firstly, Lawrence and Nellie still live in the house that you lived once and go for a walk watching constellations after supper. One difference is that they do walking with a new doll that is Bear. To add, the bear is doing a journey to find love just like you did once. Next, Bull and Lucy are still tramps and found their new friend, a puppy that they met while wandering around. Finally, as you know, Sarah is spending her day by being a constellation that shines much, and Bryce is now a genius harmonica musician who is really famous in the world. To surprise you, we can take you to the concert that Bryce takes. Then, for the first time, Edward felt flutter in his heart. It is really fluttering me. I really anticipate for meeting Bryce. It also makes me feel fortunate since they are all still living happily. Since Edward felt a true love for them, he did not envy them for having new friends, and just felt relieved to know that they are still living happily. For a week, Edward filled the days with Abilene, Maggie, and Pellegrina by being beloved by them. On the 8th day, Pellegrina took Edward to a concert of Bryce. The place that concert took was really fancy, that was only held by the famous musicians. When Edward saw Bryce, he was taller now, but still had the eyes that was Edward's favorite. When Bryce played the harmonica, everyone was touched, and it was a moment of healing, and Edward did too. After the play, Pellegrina went to Bryce and showed Edward to him. The moment they saw each other, Bryce shouted at him, Jangles, and hugged him tight. Then Edward wanted to cry. This time it wasn't a sorrow cry, but a cry of delight. Do you wonder what happened next? Pellegrina died and left a will that she wants to be a doll in her next life. And Bryce and Maggie got married and had a daughter, Kelly Ruth. Also, there were two dolls that they loved much. They were Pellegrina and Edward. Now, Evelyn became a grandmother who looked so similar with Pellegrina. She noticed that the doll Pellegrina couldn't feel love, so she just made her to feel love by doing the same thing as her grandmother did.